What's going on, people? I'm gonna try to make a quick video real quick about meditation. Just what it is, not how to do it. There's probably 1,000 videos on how to do it. So I ain't gonna do it. But if, need be, you can comment, let me know, and I could do one about the different ways of meditation. But just like I said, there's 1,000 ways to meditate. So, but anyway, what is it? Meditation. It's when you quiet your mind. You continue progressively quiet your mind until you reach what the source of the mind. And in like Hindu, I think they call it Shakti, something to that. We would call it soul or spirit. But until you reach the basis, the essence of the mind, which is again your soul, spirit, whatever, you're gonna get into all that. But it's a good meditation. It's a good tool, probably the best word to use. Is a good tool to have. It helps you to release resistance in your brain. And we have resistance. We have a lot of things in our head that we think about that we don't want to think about. When we do think about it, it gets us mad. And now we sitting on that thought for the next 15, 20 minutes. And now, our level of vibrations is just, going lower and lower. Meditation helps release that. Release that resistance. Let yourself vibrate back high. Where we need to be, intend to be, and want to be. And eventually we'll fully be. But meditation helps with that aspect of it. Now I'm just gonna grab my phone real quick because his Instagram with a couple of questions was, but she said, do you need to? Like, do I have to meditate? No one gotta meditate. If things are going good for you, you ain't gotta meditate. Why meditate? If life is good, everything around you is going well, continue to bask in that essence. That's But for those of us that have a lot of shit going on in our heads, it's good for people like us to meditate. People who are stressed, people who are sick, people who are, and I say sick, I mean like they're diabetes. Matter of fact, we're not gonna get into all that cancers and all that, but you can like really, pretty much, lack of a better term, cure yourself. But anyway, we'll stick with like stress and the thought process. With most people who look for meditation, that's what they're looking for, is to relieve stress and things of that nature. And again, I've only been meditating for about a little over a year now, close to a year and a half. But, so forgive me, for those of you who already know about it, know more than, forgive me. If y'all who ain't heard about it yet, if I ain't helping you learn real quick, then forgive me too. Nigga giving it a shot, right? I'm going off my Instagram comments. So, but shit, like, again, life's good, you ain't got to do it. Things are going rough, it's a good way to release all those resistance. But you don't have to meditate. There's other things that you can do that are still meditative. So you can go outside for a walk. That's a good one. If the weather's nice, that's the good one. But you got to go for the walk, and you got to will yourself to enjoy the walk. You can't go to the walk and still worry about the shit that you got going on, or complain about, or worry about the future, past. Get none of that. You got to, right there in that moment, what's going on, and appreciate that. Or find something that you do want to focus on, because where energy goes, where focus goes, energy flows. So you do want to find something that you can focus on positive, then give it all your attention, then that'll help your vibrations rise. What the thoughts do to us, they're emotions. They provide us emotions, and emotions is just energy in motion. Emotions is energy in motion. So with that being said, a thought can create a certain amount of energy that goes into you. And then what we need to do is treat it like when you're driving, you pass 30,000 trees and shit, but you ain't paying no mind to guardrail. Things are just other cars. They're not registering with you. But if a car is flipped over or something, then you register and you ride that idea. Then you drive off and you're thinking, is that person okay? Did this happen? Did that happen? I wonder how it happened. How long had he been here? Damn, traffic's backed up because of it. That's what we do with the negative shit that goes on in our head. We get a thought, and it causes an emotion, and then we kind of sit and ride that fucking pony until our brain feels like, okay, it's enough of you thinking about that. That's dangerous though. And because of the power of your thoughts and what they can create, but that's for another time. But that's dangerous. But that's what thoughts do, and that's why it's good to be in control of them. They say that we have like, I don't know how many thoughts. Some people say 5, 7, 10,000, whatever thoughts per day. We're only consciously thinking about probably less than 10% of that. Subconsciously, we think that, again, if you're driving, all things flying by you, they're going into your brain. They are still stored in there. believe it or not, so there's still stores. So if you're driving by, you see a bird, but it's a red bird, but you're not really paying attention, but your subconscious sees it, but you're still thinking forward. If something in the future happens, if you were to be hypnotized or something, they can go and reach that. I mean, have you ever seen this type of bird? And you will say no, but if you're hypnotized, you'll say yes. I seen it here. This is what it looked like. Your subconscious takes in way more information than your conscious does. And it shouldn't be called subconscious. It's your super conscious, bigger and better than your actual conscious. So it should be called your super conscious, but whatever. Your subconscious takes in a lot. So it's nice. So I'll get back to 7,000, 10,000 thoughts per day, roughly. I don't know. But only some of that is what you're consciously doing. So it's nice to be able to be in control. And that's what meditation does. And if you think you are consciously thinking, you mean, even when you're conscious, again, it's just a small part of what you're walking by your house every day. It's a small part of what you're actually focusing on. Like you're breathing. You don't consciously breathe. Most of us don't consciously breathe. You're just breathing. Now sit down and consciously breathe. If you did it, or if you've ever done it before, sat and consciously breathe, you can see that you're paying attention to your you know what I mean? And that's just exact same shit we do with our thoughts. It's shit, they just come, they there. We don't really pay attention to them. So it's nice to be able to be in control and kind of have a grip on that shit. I'll go back to different ways. Back to her question about, you know, do I have to do it? Of course, the answer is no. But I do go for a walk, whatever. Walk your dog, talk to a friend. But again, keep in mind that the frequency that they're going to bring you to. Keep in mind if you're going to go for the walk, keep in mind the frequency that you want to be in. I like to take a shower. That's just kind of my thing. That's been my thing before meditation. I feel sick, take a shower, hungover, take a shower, whatever. Just sit and just, you know what I mean, something about that water. But but you can do that. You can do a lot of things that are still meditative again. And if I could recommend any, it'd be read a book. But again, be aware of the content because it's going into your subconscious. If what's going into your subconscious isn't of positive vibrations or high frequency, then it's not serving you a real purpose. You're putting more junk food into your subconscious, which is why certain TV shows are fucking horrible. Anyway, you put in certain things. So if you can read a book with good content, it doesn't have to be spiritual. It ain't got to be holistic. It ain't got to be nothing like that. Just something about, first of all, make you feel better. That'd be the number one thing I'd assume. But on top of that, just something about your training your thoughts and how the mind works and stuff. That's meditative because then you get an idea of how that works. Yeah, all that stuff. Listen to music. Keep in mind the content because everyone has a different job when it comes to that. My bad. Let me do this. Pray or meditate. Both. Prayer is cool. I like prayer. You know, I pray when I ain't got time to meditate, which is a lot. So I pray, but meditation is like prayer on steroids. And it was described to me as prayer is when you talk to God, and meditation is when you allow spirit to talk to you. And it does that through silence. You know what I mean? And so there's no language. It has its own language. There's no words. But when you silence your mind, you allow spirit to talk to you. When spirit talks to you, it comes in thought form. And when the thoughts come, they turn into intuition. And that intuition turns into inspiration. You know what I mean? And then you react on that energy, that emotion. You react on that, and then more than likely, blessed things will come. Inspiration comes from the term in spirit. So again, in spirit is talking to you. So if you're having a mess of a fucking week, or your job is coming to an end, you think you're about to get fired, or you just got fired, or I'll use something like that because that happened to me about a year ago, almost a year ago. So, but when you rack your brains, let's just say you get fired. It's a perfect example. Let's say you get fired, you mad, you cry, you upset, you curse, whatever you do, you got to go through the emotions. The emotions come through you. You gotta go through them, but you're supposed to let them shits go. But we don't. We hold on to them, we ride them out. Through law of attraction, if I say some shit like fuck my job, you know, them niggas don't fuck with me, da. So, I mean, if I'm still working there saying all this shit, I'm gonna continue to not like him, continue to blah blah blah. But if I got fired, then I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna be broke. I ain't got no money for this. That's what's gonna happen. It's through law of attraction. Your thoughts are fucking controlling you, creating the world that you don't want to live in. However, what could be good, get fired, you can sit and go through your shit and sit, quiet the mind. Quiet the mind. While you quiet the mind, while you quiet the, my bad, reading notifications. While you quiet the mind, you can ask yourself, and asking yourself is asking God, because you are the God Spirit. The God Spirit is in you. It's all part of the same thing. So when you quiet yourself, you have no resistance in it. That's the idea of meditation. You have no resistance, no dumb shit going on in your head for the most part. Then you could say like, what's my next move? What should I do next? What am I interested in? Where should I move? You know what I mean? When you do that, again, through meditation, first of all, because you asked it, the answer's already coming anyway, whether you meditate or not. Just because you ask it, it's going to come. But we block it with when we close our chakras and shit. That's, again, another topic for another day. But we block the blessings that are coming to us. But if you sit in meditation, quiet your mind, Spirit's going to tell you what to do. Your soul, your higher self, your whatever, that positive entity that exists in you, that we were here, that we were before we became, occupied this human body, that's going to give you the answer, and it comes in different forms. You know what I'm saying? You might hear a thought, you know what I mean? And then it makes you feel a certain way, and then you start rolling with that. You might not hear it right then at that time. You might hear it later. You might go about your day, go about your shit, and then you'll see a sign, because the universe talks to you. That's again, we're the universe as well. The universe talks to you. You and the universe will have y'all's own language, so you'll be able to tell what's what once you start paying attention. And nothing's coincidence. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's another reason why meditation can be good for heavier situations like a job loss or child care or just shit like that. I fuck with. Prayer's cool, but prayer's more asking. Prayer's asking, and religion did this to us. Before I turn y'all off with all that, but prayer's asking is kind of like asking a separate entity, a separate being. We treat, I'm going to call him God, but you call him what you want. God, Source, Allah, whatever, Buddha, whoever the fuck you fuck with, right? Doesn't matter. But we tend to look at him, those in the prayer mode, we tend to look at him as a separate being. And when we look at him as being separate, we're heading like, yo, bro, let's say you want forgiveness or some shit. Yo, bro, this happened. Like, yo, forgive me, or I need this to happen. I need that to happen. You're asking for it, that, like, you're asking for someone else to fucking help you. And that's not what it was. That's not what it was back then. That's not what our ancestors did. And when I say ancestors, I mean all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they did. They understood they were the God force. You know what I mean? So, but nowadays we're like, yo, God, help me. It's in your hands. As opposed to quieting the mind is saying, hey, listen, this is what I want. This is what I need. And then imagining yourself doing it and then watch it manifest itself. But you got to believe it, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe it. Got to pass through your will. Topic for another day. But yeah, so prayer verse, there's no really verses. Do both. You ain't going to be able to meditate all the time. You know what I mean? It'd be nice twice a day, 15 minutes a day. 15. Ain't got to do no crazy, nothing like that. Just 15 minutes a day. Work on quieting your mind. Your mind's going to keep talking and all that. But again, we're not going to get into how to do it. But meditation is good. Prayer is cool. Da-da-da. Let me see what else you got. My bad if y'all still here with me, nigga. You know what I mean? I'm just going through it. Let's see. Well, that's really it, man. That's really it. So, if any questions, anything, hit me. I can't promise I can answer them, but I fucks with meditation, so, you should too. Be aware of the shit that you allow around you. Be conscious of the thoughts and ideas that you allow in your head. That you allow in your frequency, in your circle, I mean, in your aura, So anyway, that's meditation, what it is, in my opinion. Vibe high, my friends.